In this instance, your current defensive implement will not be enough to do the job. The time has come to seek out greater means of protection.
Hey Vegas Rangers, you got any green tips to riddle holes in the tank? Looks like you passed the initiation. Congrats, you're a con now. But there's a package that needs checking up on, because the girl from North Country hasn't reported back. But once you step out there, oh boy, it's an adventure just waiting for you. How about I tell you a little bit about it? But first, let's give you some.
Hey, you see Harlan? You tell him he's an uncultured idiot. Small titties are clearly superior, and he has no idea what he's talking about.
Created on January 20th, 2018, and last updated on October 26th, 2020 on the Nexus. Although, there is a more updated version on the Overseer's Discord server, link in the description. Eliza is a new companion made to embark on an adventure through a series of quests. They'll take you to places new and old, and you'll meet a colorful cast of characters at every step. There are some custom weapons, voice acting, unmarked quests, and a chance to score big on cash. Also, she's not romanceable, so you don't have to worry about any, Vanessa kind of requirements. But speaking of requirements, the mod requires all non-pre-order DLCs, as well as NVAC, the Overseer Core ESM, to track your choices, as well as the completion of the initiation. To start the quest, you have to speak to Revis following the initiation's end. After that, the ball's rolling. There is a recommended retexture of the Chinese assault rifle, but it changes nothing save for removing a kinda outdated gross texture, if I'm be honest. The mod is also not compatible with Freeside Open and conflicts with war zones as well as A World of Pain, due to reusing certain areas and zones. If the Fish of Cash, a new town, quests, or companion hasn't hooked you, there's also a snazzy hat as a reward. Now, how about those?
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear.
Following your talk with Revis, voiced by our friendly mod author himself, you'll go check on a package where you'll meet Eliza and the two of you figure out what happened. After that, you're sent to an Omega boss to do some odd jobs which have options as to how you accomplish them, before you're sent to the southern snake oil salesman himself, Roy Sullivan, who will give you more to do before you find yourself eventually in New Rockwell, a new town just north of the Mojave Outpost. There's plenty more for you to do, but you'll know where the main quest ends if you keep following the breadcrumbs. The quests range from scouting lost bunkers, tracking down a bounty, to even secret hit jobs, courtesy of the Mojave Office of Affairs. A neat feature is that you'll find notes detailing the consequences of your previous actions. It makes it feel like you've had an actual effect on the world instead of clearing the same super mutants out of the water treatment plant for the 90th time. Thank you, Garvey. Side note, although she comments on events through quips, Eliza never shares or has any other impact on the quests after her recruitment. Once all is said and done, new friends made, and bodies filled with lead, you can walk off into the sunset, donning your new snazzy hat. And if you're lucky, you'll have more than enough caps to buy a lifetime warranty of Nuka-Cola Victory. Just me then, but, you can spend those caps however you want. But hey, let's actually talk about Eliza and her
2 + 2 equals harassing the head of forbidden idiots of the think tank.
Born up north in Canaanite land, though not one herself, Eliza was raised by a single father in isolation until she strode off on her own to make something for herself. Her boots were made for walking, so that's what she'll do. But these boots will walk all over you, if you're unlucky. She was never one for sticking around too long in one place until she came here. She's rocking a sleek leather jacket with a modified Chinese assault rifle. She knows the ins and outs of firearms, as well as, nothing else really. Besides the fact she's a hardcore independent Vegas, and if you don't hold that same thought, well, you're either barking up an old man's fetishized Rome, or you're a bootlicking taxpayer. There's no back and forth. The conversation just immediately ends after. For being named after her, Eliza is really almost I wouldn't say one-dimensional. She's just she's flat among round characters. I was surprised on how little chatting you could really do. Outside of her backstory, politics, and general thoughts on a faction or two, there's really not much else to her, which is a real shame. She seems like she's seen wild things from her travels. I know you can ask her about, like, the most fucked up things she's seen, but, you know, I just wish she could rant about guns for a minute or two. And since she does not offer enough for a title card, Eliza has the ability to repair your current weapon and give you an endless supply of cigarettes. Ugh. Also, she gives you a perk that increases the accuracy of automatic weapons. Now, how about we talk about...
Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red.
The main takeaway that I would certainly add on to is the titular character herself, as I recently discussed. I would give her the ability of a weapons workbench or a reloading station. Dialogue-wise, I'd add her telling stories, though not to the same degree as storyteller, but something to fill the air of the northern country. Be that of towns, people, events, gangs, mutants, whatever. I just want to hear about the things and people she's met. It doesn't have to be a lot, I just wanted a little bit more. But that's all that I really have that I would change. I mean, maybe I would like to have brought back Law to New Rockwell, but that seems to fit more of the theme, or at least the message. But hey, let's wrap things up with the
There's nothing I like better than the smell of plasma in the morning.
Adventuring with Eliza makes you wish for more of her. The quests and ideas introduced by the Overseer are enticing and a blast to play. I promise. You might laugh, you might not. You might be annoyed, you might get angry. But you cannot deny that you will have fun. The characters are interesting, the quest design is neat, and the new locations are intriguing. It makes me excited to play the next mod in store. However, I do wish that Eliza had more development, which means that she earns the score of... a 4 out of 5, a Nuka Wild out of a victory. So close to being gold, it just needs a bit more. But enjoy your new partner in crime. As for me, I'm feeling the holiday spirit. I think that old man at the tops may be able to help me out. I don't know, it just feels like a Christmas special. Be safe, Vegas Rangers.
What you've seen is just a sliver of what this facility can provide. If you wish to see more, all we require is the press of a button. Display your utility to us, and perhaps we'll allow you to join our little enclave, and allow you access to all this place is capable of.
I suppose it isn't overly difficult to gather a handful of friends, some matching armor sets, and declare yourself an organization.
What? What the fuck?